Tanvir, the debutant, has the catch. Shakib knows his team are a little bit behind on the clock, so he's going to try and just get them into position and ready to go.
Yeah, smart bit of bowling that. Looks like he bowled that very quickly at the top of the stumps, and he knew exactly what Sam was going to try and do, and he won that battle there.
Tanvir's got a... That's his celebration. He's playing, making his debut, but he clearly likes that celebration. When he got Phil Salt out first ball, that's how he celebrated. And now Chris Jordan comes to the crease. He's a very useful boundary hitter, but my England needs some boundaries now. They need some sixes.
Yeah, it's going to have to be something pretty special from these two now, and Jordan's going to have to go from ball one here on a pitch where no one's finding it easy to clear the ropes.
Strike rate of 133. Forget the average, forget the 50s. It's the strike rate and the sixes that count now. Jordan takes one ball to have a look and gets Woakes on strike. You've got precious little time when you come in the situation he finds himself in. That was Curran, who just couldn't get it away. The ball sliding off the surface and straight into the hands of Tanvir at backward point. Look at since that last four, there's only been 1-2. Everything else either a single or a dot ball or indeed a wicket. 3 of them, and that's how England's run chase has really faltered. Only one. England need more than that.
Yeah, another smart bit of bowling there from Shakib. It's going to be tough to hit as well with this length on this pitch where it's just skidding and staying slightly lower.
Well, Chris, it's now or never. This kind of stutter towards the end of an innings, the difficulty in picking boundaries. But very difficult here. And that is an excellent over from Shakib, who is hurrying his players through to make sure that they start this over. And the last over, England need 27, so they're miles behind. They need, well, they need a miracle off this last over. Well, it's been a long time since England hit a boundary, and it's boundaries they desperately need now as we get down to the last 6 balls of the winter. Hassan Mahmood will bowl it, and that's a good start for Chris Woakes, who gets a low full toss away over mid-off.
Yeah, amazing hands there from Chris Woakes. Not quite sure he's managed to get that one-handed over sort of a wide mid-off, but yeah, just keeping the hopes alive.
Yeah, one-handed really, and just short of the boundary. 23 off 5. They need more of that. And a change in the field, so where Woakes hit that boundary, mid-off has gone back. And an extra man has come up inside the circle behind square on the offside. So he's got to bowl full and straight here. With long off and long on in place, it's got to be full and straight. He can't offer any width at all. Otherwise, Woakes will look to smear it away behind square on the offside. Oh, he does get it away, and it wasn't a bad ball. It was a Yorker, it was pretty straight. Woakes managed to give himself a bit of room and squirted it away, so problems here for Bangladesh now. Probably another change in the field, and the bowling coach, Alan Donald, rushes pitch side to give a little bit of information or advice. It was just outside off stump.
Yeah, really good shot that from Chris Wokes. He's barely missed the Yorker, maybe by an inch there, and he's just let his hands go. Didn't try to overhit it. I think that message might be almost just want to pull your length back a little bit. I think the hardest length to hit almost looks that skiddy top of the stumps, and looks like you just find the toe of the bat each time.
That's the conversation now. Partly on the field, boundaries have come where the fielders have not been in the last two balls, firstly over mid-off and then backward of square. There's been no change to the field, so it's just a case of whether he'll continue to try and bowl these Yorkers but a little straighter, or whether he'll try and hit the pitch. Slower ball, and Wokes swings and misses. Jordan scampers through. He's very, very fast, and I'm fairly certain he's made his ground.
Yeah, that's what was needed. Just a little change up there. Wokes was setting himself nicely with those Yorkers, and yeah, that change of pace has deceived him, and got a much needed dot ball, and 3-6 is required now.
Well, he's only 23, Hassan Mahmood, and he's only playing his 13th game, so he's relatively inexperienced at this level, and that was a good retort after boundaries off the first two balls, then to hold his nerve and bowl a very good slower ball, and it means that England need 18 from 3. A slow ball again, and cheers from this crowd in Dhaka will tell you all you need to know. Providing Hassan now holds his nerve, then Bangladesh are home.
Yeah, another smart bit of bowling there, that wide slower ball. He knew Jordan was going to have to try and swing hard and swing off his feet, and that's the hardest ball probably to hit for 6.
Two balls remaining. It's another good slower ball. He keeps his foot behind the line. It's a good slower ball. Jordan is trying to scamper through, but it's all over now. The young man has held his nerve after a bit of a scare off the first two balls, and England now 17, still short of the target. So the celebrations have begun in Dhaka. It'll be a long night of celebrations, one imagines, because means that Bangladesh have toppled the world champions here with a whitewash, 3-0. Really good performance from this Bangladesh team. Despite a little wobble of their own in the last quarter of their innings, 157 proved to be enough. They held their nerve. Shakib, vastly experienced, worked the options right at the end of the innings, and the moment that Jos Buttler was run out, that was when England's run chase faltered. From then on, boundaries were hard to come by. Combination of really good slower balls and just a hint of reverse swing for the quicker bowlers meant that it was very difficult to find the boundaries, and England fell well short in the end.
Yeah, it looked like it was all in control with Buttler and Malan at the crease there, and yeah, as soon as Malan went and after that run out, Bangladesh put on a bit of a clinic. They bowled tightly, they fielded well, and they made it as hard as possible for England, and an easy
scalp that they have taken after a couple of years in T20 cricket, where they've only really beaten sides ranked below ranked nations, but they've turned England over here. 3-0. One game in Chattogram, 2 in Dhaka, and they've been good value for the scoreline. They played some smart and intelligent cricket. England have been hamstrung a little bit by the balance of their side, which has seen them a batter light, overflowing with bowlers and bowling all-rounders, but just a specialist batter light, and it has been a tricky old series for them. And that completes a long